This is the monkey stream. I'm just kidding. We don't have any monkeys here today, unfortunately. But what we do have is a cat. Alrighty, so I'm sorry, I just have to figure out how to turn on closed captions, although I might not be able to do that, I'm not sure. But anyways, we gotta do this quick. Okay, you back, Carter?
Delicious.
Scrumptious.
Yeah. Just someone start the live stream. So
I did. I started it. I started the live stream. So when are we going to start? Carter, you can't. When are we going to start?
Just start it now.
Yeah, okay. I already did though. I started the live stream.
Where's the link?
Oh, you need the link? Okay.
Yeah, because I can't even find a YouTube channel if I try.
Oh, shut up, dude. Okay, hold on. I have to now look at myself again in this live stream, which I do not like. YouTube. Okay, once we start actually talking about important stuff, I'm going to wave my hands or something so it's just easier for me to edit.
Yeah, alright.
Who's Mark Jackson?
Is Mark Jackson watching?
No, they just commented something. I have no idea who they are, but I'm scared now. For my well-being. Mark Jackson, shout out to you for commenting on my video.
Okay, I'm watching your old live stream just until you send me the link.
Please do. Oh, there's me. Oh, there's me. Oh, there's me. No, stop. No, stop. Stop, please. Oh, God. Why? It sounds like a fire alarm, dude. Jesus Christ. Like a fire alarm.
Okay, let me describe to you the beginning of your live stream. It's a live stream now. It's a live stream.
Oh, you like
it? Just flash it onto the screen when you're in the chat so I can copy and paste it.
Yeah, look, it's in the chat. Okay, so tell me when we start doing important things. Did you see the thumbnail that I had?
Only a minute long.
Live streams not only it's like 3 minutes now or something. Almost 4.
Alright.
I'm getting nipped by the skiers here.
Let's begin.
Let us begin indeed, yeah.
Alright, so Riley, remember back in elementary school when you and Connor Albert used to bully me a lot?
Oh yes. I mean, I didn't bully you, it was just funny to see you
in pain.
Well, not in pain, but like it was funny to see you struggling.
Yes, it was funny to see people struggling, going up the path that they thought would be good, but failing.
Well, right, so I mean specifically you.
Let me tell you a little bit about what happened. So this is my good friend Riley. Say hello, Riley.
How's it going?
So basically, there's also a kid named Connor Elmore. Really terrible kid. At least this little guy here could be redeemed. But you see, Connor Elmore, he was irredeemable. Know how I ended my final meeting with him? He flipped everyone off in different angles because he, quote unquote, didn't know what way he was supposed to do it. because he didn't know we were making fun of him because he didn't know what way you're supposed to flip someone off. And so this man, he's irredeemable, obviously. But Connor Elmore, he used to bully me a lot. He used to like hit me and things. But every time he would do it, down like in from first grade to fourth grade round, he would always say that his best friend Riley Riggs was the one that told him how to do it. So I always imagined that Connor was being bossed around like a henchman by some evil mastermind named Riley Riggs. But you could imagine my surprise when I see this twig of a child back then.
Jesus, I wasn't that skinny.
No, I was definitely way more skinny than you, but you were still a twig. We were all twigs back then.
True enough.
Except Connor, he was kind of a meatball, but not a good meatball.
Jesus.
So basically, this kid here, so when I saw him, we eventually became friends. But you know the main reason that I remember about him? The first thing I remember about him was, back in kindergarten, him not talking to anyone, being a shut-in.
Yeah, that was like most people in kindergarten, though. They're either like the super extroverts, or just the people who are like me. I think
that's when I hung out with everyone. Then I got a more close-off friend group in like first grade. Right?
Well, yeah. We all like developed friend groups later, but most kids were introverts.
Hung out with everyone. But it was more like the boys on one side and the girls on the other side.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, for me though, it was just because I was introverted and new to the school. I didn't really. It took time for me to find friends.
And I never seen you on the bikes like one time. I can't remember that.
Yeah, I might have read the bikes. Like, I don't know. I didn't do that a lot though.
Little Zan there got so angry because he had to go inside a little bit early for a test that he tried to escape school with a bucket and a jump rope.
No.
Okay, so basically, little Zan, he got a bucket and a jump rope, and he actually swung it really well when he got to the top of the fence, right?
Yeah.
But his knot wasn't good, and the bucket was very flimsy. So he got about halfway up and climbing it like seriously. But afterwards, the bucket just broke. He fell on his ass, and he started crying.
Jesus.
It was some of the best thing I've ever seen. For a while, we literally thought he was doing Mission Impossible. I remember, and I quote him saying, "Yo, boys, I'll get all of you ice cream when I come back." And
that's so cool.
He did come back with ice cream. He came back with a bruise on his back and talking to by the nurse and his teachers.
I mean, look, the dude gets an A for effort. I mean, that's probably one of the coolest things you can do in kindergarten, is just attempt to escape the school with like it's a prison.
He did attempt to escape school. That was a good trick,
amazing.
But you should have known his tools better than that.
Yeah, I know, but like, good on him.
Me and Daniel, our idea was we get both of the bikes and we connect something to both of them, so we just ram into the door so it breaks.
Yes.
But we never had the balls
completely. But little did we know it was so easy to escape school that like.
But we just knew that if we escaped school, then we get.
Yeah, then we were like, what do we do now?
What do we do now? We got no money.
Yeah, like by the time you'd figured that out, it's just like, well, I mean, I could not go home because then my parents would be angry at me. I don't have any money.
Yeah.
To get ice cream on the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if I did have money, I wouldn't be enough to get everyone in kindergarten some ice cream.
Yeah, so it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, so basically, that's one of the biggest part of our memories. You know what's another big part? The school play. So
Sweet.
Our teacher at the time, Mrs. Mills, was really into plays. A little bit terrible, but really into plays. So she would basically say, okay, we're going to have a Peter Pan play. And everyone loved it. Not because of that, but because we had no homework. And the only thing we had to do was just memorize lines.
Well, yeah, plays were awesome at UCC.
The absolute side character that I am. I'm not even the main character of my own story. I'm legit just the character named Bob. One of those generic names you could think of course, for any math problem.
Yeah.
And basically, you know what I remember? I remember the lines so clearly. Pirate's life is a wonderful life. We're rolling over the sea. You know the rest.
It's seared in your head. It's burned in your skull.
There was another girl in our class. Her name was Ridgely. What was her last name?
Robinson, I think.
Yeah, Ridgely Robinson. Basically, this girl, absolute garbage fire. But basically during the play, there was a person that was actually okay at acting named Kayla. She was alright. But the thing about Ridgely was she was so terrible and annoying that she pestered the teacher until she eventually could get a part in the play.
Yeah, I mean, you
It
know.
was terrible. She was okay at the acting, but every time that Kayla and Ridgely were on screen, it was funny because Kayla was a foot taller than Ridgely. So every time we'd be there, I'd always just secretly whisper to another one of my friend's ears, "Yo, is it just weird that Peter Pan grew like a foot?" What?
Oh god, dude. That's an amazing memory, though. That is, because like school plays like that were a huge part of ECC, and I know I think Miss Mel's took them the most seriously out of any teacher, but there's still a lot of plays that just were better than
those
that
plays
one.
were actually epic because we spent like 2 hours instead of having to do any work and we'd just be sitting down.
Oh
We'd
yeah.
also take naps. I remember that happening.
And I remember just getting a minor role in one of my plays, and then like I just did the spotlight for the rest of it, and that was awesome. That was so fun.
Yeah, you know what my favorite play was? When Daniel had to play the drums and he used the wrong end of the stick in front of everyone. Yeah, Daniel, he's an absolute legend.
Absolutely.
Don't remember what his channel's name is.
I think my favorite play would be the Alice in Wonderland play that Kyle Rigby was in, where he made the most famous lines known to mankind and probably in the entire ECC. Is it soup yet?
Yeah.
I mean, that was
that one though.
An amazing play. That was truly spectacular. And I remember just seeing him outstanding.
This story was basically entrance to Ridgely Robinson, the girl who had nothing and continued to have nothing. This girl was terrible, not because of that, because she'd brag about being a quote-unquote Navy SEAL because her parents were. I don't understand how your heritage suddenly doesn't make you as good as them. Because they at least have to work for something. You pretending that something they worked for is yours is terrible.
Well, I mean, yeah, it is pretty annoying, yeah. But, you know.
We didn't understand that at the time. I didn't even know what a Navy SEAL was. They just said that they were in the Army. So I was like, man, they're kind of intimidating. So this girl, she was a little bit unstable. So we were building missions around in 4th grade. It was an entire unit. And we would make things out of like missions out of graham crackers, food.
So fun. That was like clay. Revered in 4th grade.
Some people actually had glitter there. I remember making stained glass windows out of Jolly Ranchers. But this girl, she was so angry at being late. And you know what the reason for her being late was? And I quote, "I'm late because I had diarrhea."
And just to give you guys context, though, like building the missions in 4th grade was probably the most exciting and looked forward to thing that you could do, or at least one of them, because it was like just amazing and everybody was looking forward to it the entire time. And everyone, it was always like, you gotta wait till you build that mission. It's so fun. And then, you know.
Well, basically, this girl was so angry. And she started destroying the missions like Godzilla. She even started eating them. And I remember yelling Godzilla at her. But apparently she didn't find it as funny as I did because she went outside crying.
Oh my god. You know, I don't think that's very nice. I'm not gonna lie.
It was very nice of her to go destroy a tower that me and my entire team spent like 4 hours on. Okay.
Well, yeah, but I got mine wrongfully taken, and I mean it wasn't wrongfully taken. It was completely fair. But I used to have it in my house for like a really long time. I didn't get to keep my mission. I was so sad about that because I used like I made a map on a giant piece of plywood, and then in like 3rd grade I think it was 3rd grade, and we just had it lying out for a while, and it looked super good. It was like it was like one of those 3D maps with like texture and stuff, and it was of where we live, and I loved it. I spent so much time working on that. It was, you know, when you made the Gandalf stick in Miss Allen's class, it was the same thing as that. But anyways, so I had that lying out in the back of the garage, and I used that as the base for the mission, because, you know, I figured that since I had the base, I would get to keep the mission. And that's not how it turned. Because then the entire group's like, "Hey, let's play rock paper scissors," and then I lost the first round, and I got so sad because
You got dunked on.
I lost like one of my favorite projects up to that point.
Well, I'll tell you, no one fought for mine because they're like, yo, that thing's pretty big. I don't want that anywhere in my house.
So you just
and I'm
took
like,
it.
I don't want it either, but no one else really wanted that much. And they're all like, yeah, man, we really don't like it. And I'm like, guess I'm going to have to take it then, aren't I?
But dude, the worst.
So I bring that home. It's on the coffee table for months on end. No one touches it. Except you just occasionally see me walking in there, punching a building, being like, man, I do feel like originally right now.
The worst part about mine though was Jack Boer was the man. He was the guy who took it. And he was in my Boy Scout or Cub Scout troop. So when we went over to his dad's house to do a fitness merit badge, I just saw the mission in this garage. Just reminded me. It was like a year later, I think. But I was just like, oh god, that's so useless, but it just looks so cool.
Yeah.
Because I worked so hard on that mission and that map. I was like, damn it, dude.
You know what I really remember about originally? Basically, we were downstairs, and you know how we'd have like art once a week.
Yeah, I think so.
We'd have all those art projects for like holiday things. Basically, my group was basically the problem child group. So I was part of it. Rachel was part of it, and then we had the cool Lucas to actually keep us in check. All I remember is him being like, "Yo, man, let's play a game." He was really smart for some reason. He was like, "Let's play a game." Whoever could say silent for the longest wins. And all I remember is as I didn't talk for the entire time, and I just remember making really aggressive hand gestures at Rachel, and she just completely go bonkers because she'd be like, "Carter isn't," and like he'd be like, "Man, how come Carter is being so mean?" And I'm like, "I'm not." And then I never said anything, but Lucas would always be like, "Yeah, I think you're the one that's being mean. He's just been making hand gestures this entire time, and he hasn't done anything wrong."
Has this turned into like a personal grudge against Ridgely?
Yeah.
It feels like that. We should probably move on from this topic.
No, these are the most memorable parts of elementary
these
school
are.
too, though.
Yeah, like just talking about elementary school is nice, but however, there are far better stories that I can actually relate to more.
Yeah. So, all right, and the last but not least story is about the time. I dressed up as Abraham Lincoln for that project where we had to go dress up as our historical heroes. Remember that?
Whoa! What happened? What about the Moonlight Beach story? The junior lifeguards.
We're going canonically. So basically, in the timeline. So
yes. School, okay. So elementary school, and then okay.
Then we're going to get to that eventually.
Now I have to cut this.
So basically, this was the time that I dressed up as Abraham Lincoln for a school project. I was looking pretty stylish as I did because I did the project the night before because I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah.
I can't even make a normal person does. And all I remember is playing Gaga with all the older kids. I thought it was cool.
Oh no, I remember this actually.
I thought they were really impressed by me at the time, but I know now they were mocking me. Still pretty funny though.
Oh yeah, no, I actually do remember this for some reason. I don't know why my brain decided to retain this information.
So really, what happened is they were all mocking me, but I was laughing along, living in ignorance. Those were the days. But I really remember, that was around the time that, okay, I'm gonna bring up her name one last time. This is gonna be the final story about her, Ridgely Robinson. So we're playing Gaga, right? And all of a sudden, for some reason, she goes up to us because she's crying, holding a basketball, threatening to hit us with the basketball, being like, "Boys drool and girls rule." What I don't understand is that didn't even aggravate any of us, even in elementary school, because we all knew it was stupid, even then. And we all just yelled, "Oh!" to the sky.
Oh, you know, like.
And then,
oh god, that's so
flipped everyone off, grabbed many basketballs as she could, and started chucking them at us.
Oh, Jesus, dude.
What was funny was that she didn't even get in trouble for this. She was just taken back and got a talking to.
Yeah, I mean,
like she definitely had some problems.
Yeah, she probably had some other problems,
she got
but like
so pissed about me looking at her camera, being like, "That's kind of Dispy Weird Wrigley." I'm like, I have no respect for you.
Okay,
anymore.
Dispy
so
Weird
angry.
Wrigley was probably the
He got
best quote
so
you've
angry
ever said.
at me.
That was amazing.
Really, I used to be fearful of her so much, but then I realized something. She isn't her parents, and
Exactly.
I highly doubt she has the ability to beat me up. She has the ability to destroy.
A lot of people do, but you know.
A lot of people could beat me up in elementary school. Like, not everyone, but Ridgely, no.
Probably not.
And what was the last story in the elementary school series?
I think that was the
we went
last
over the play. We went over it.
Yeah, play. And then you've done your whole grudge against Ridgely.
I've done my whole grudge against Ridgely. And basically, let me tell you another thing about me in elementary school. A very interesting part of me, my entire personality was money.
Ah,
That was my
yes.
personality back then. I wanted to be a loan shark back then, and I had no concept of what it was, except for you make a lot of money by charging people extremely stupid interest rates that I didn't even understand well. I understood what multiplication was like way earlier, and everyone knew what multiplication was at the time. But I would be like, so it'd basically be a compound interest of multiplying by 2 every single day. And no one paid attention to me. But if everyone paid me from the time back then to today, I'd be a millionaire.
Well, yeah, definitely. I did. I paid you back. I mean, luckily our bet had no interest, but you know.
If it had interest, you'd be owing me thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, because your interest rates were so stupid.
They were so insane too. And I don't know why, but
I know, it's just like you decided to. This is definitely
this is the end of the elementary school saga.
yes.
And this is when I had to go say farewell. And I said hello to PLC, a place of conservatives and snowflakes.
Carter, I just realized that this is like already 20 minutes. And we're supposed to do a 3-minute thing.
Editor.
Okay, so I'll just condense just keep talking just random stuff and I'll condense it down.
Yeah, condense it down.
I'll try to.
Alright, so this
I'm not gonna use all the stories
the
though.
middle school saga. Basically, you just saw the prequels. Now is the current.
Yes.
So at this point, I learned a lot about my middle school time. I was still a really weird kid, so I interacted with everyone fine. But one of my first interactions in middle school was, let's say, it wasn't very pleasant. I was very aggressive at the time, and this kid,
of course,
he kept insisting that I like this girl that I have never even seen before. And around 2 weeks in, I just snapped, pinned him up against the wall, and then he's like, "Yo, man, we're chilling." I'm like, "Damn, boy." And then I just realized, damn, the teachers are watching, but they haven't said anything. So I was stopped right where I am, Art.
Jeez.
But no one was sad. The teachers didn't care at all.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about this. And I was like,
"Oh, you're looking up something weird on your phone, like memes or anime. It must be something that everyone can enjoy." But once you see like kids fighting, like, "Oh no, dude, that's totally chill."
Yeah, that's fine.
Slightly weird on the internet. No.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember the first time you told me about that. And I was like, "How did you do that and not get in any trouble?" At all?
You also have to understand, this was like a small school, like a charter school.
Yeah, it's a charter
they
school.
They wanted to keep all the students that they had to continue to make money.
Well, I know, but still, like,
they would badmouth it to other people.
You'd at least get a talking to, right?
Oh no, I didn't even get talked to.
Jesus, man. They're just like, ah, yes.
Taller than me too. Like, the only reason I put it down because out of pure aggression and rage, I had adrenaline surging in, and for a solid second, I just became. I just went Hulk mode. And that's like aggro.
All those like millions of push-ups you did in karate and whatever, whatever you do.
I used to have really good endurance.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
I didn't have any muscles, but I had like good endurance. That was it.
I have decent endurance, but probably not as good as yours.
Yeah, like
I mean, as you had, because I've improved.
In the middle of middle school, and then coronavirus started setting in a little bit, and then after 3 months of not exercising or putting anything on endurance, I died. I'm now a blobfish.
Yeah. Aren't we all? I can still actually Like
I don't
I'm
know. I need
still
to start running again.
fine, honestly. I don't know why, but I just didn't really lose too much muscle mass for some reason. Probably because I didn't have any to begin with. So it's hard to
Yeah.
lose that, but
Yeah, like basically, there was a couple of stories I'd like to talk about elementary school. So the first thing I'd like to talk about isn't one for me, but a kid named Prem Kumar. I carpooled with him for the longest time. We were kind
Prem,
of
yeah.
forced friends because our parents were friends, and
Well, yeah, but
they
he
were
wasn't.
just like, "Yeah, you're friends now. We're gonna carpool, and you're gonna have to
He
talk
was
to each
pretty
other
chill.
for hours." So all I remember is every time we would go to my house after they would drop me off at the end of school day, they would and his parents would just talk for around like 45 minutes, and we just pull out plastic lightsabers and hit each other with them.
And that's
Like,
why to
but for
this
some
day you
reason,
have those
Prem was
plastic
so
lightsabers.
inept at using them that I just dunked him, even with my small stature, and it was so funny. And for some reason, I started to intimidate Prem, who was around half a foot taller than me at the time, and is still like a foot taller than me right now.
Yeah, dude, Prem wasn't even that like bad of a guy though. He seemed pretty
But it was
chill.
kind of weird. Like,
I mean, he was, but like
you know, like he was weird.
he was
like,
one of the
way
people
that
who said he
started staring at something,
unironically
he thought it looked interesting.
he was one of the people who said he unironically likes homework and would go like, "Teacher, you forgot to assign us homework today."
Yeah, he was one of those kids.
And he did that in my class, so that's why I remember that because like I'm not even using this as like an analogy.
Oh, God,
This is
I
actually
top with originally, but
two real things.
Like one time I got a really bad grade on that test, but I didn't study it all that time. And she's like, Carter got a T, and I'm like,
we've already moved on, Carter.
I can't take it. And then I was like, I didn't announce that you got an F originally. I didn't announce that you got an F. But look at what you're doing.
Carter got a T, huh?
Yes, I got a T.
Yes.
But
Grading systems.
And that was basically the story of Prem Kumar.
Yes.
But that's what I know about him. But I remember him telling me a story about him and a girl named Kendra Isbell, who I know my friends have heard about, but haven't heard this story before either. It's basically Kendra was a terrible person. I mean,
Yeah.
she's going through some mental issues, but
Probably.
it wasn't because of that. It's because she was just like an angsty teenager. There was nothing bad happening either. It was just like
angsty
teenage angst. It's set in at an early age of 9.
Oh, God.
9. I don't know how that happened. So basically, Prem, for some reason, would annoy her. And know what she'd do? They had open and closed desks, right? She would put his head into the desk
Jesus
and then
Christ.
open it and close it on him.
God.
Like a goddamn,
That's...
what do you call it then? Like Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Desk on his head.
Oh my God, dude. That is like literal Disney Channel bully kind of.
Bully.
Oh God, that's strange. I would really not expect that to happen
So another story about
in real life.
Me and my math group were doing math, right?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I was making a joke about. I was joking around.
Yeah.
And I basically made a joke about a weird graph thing. Basically, we were graphing different shapes, and we had to go figure out an area and a perimeter of a certain shape.
Of course.
Of something that we would create. And I was joking around and just made up this stupid graph that I didn't think would be possible. But then eventually, we legit just checked it for some reason. And you know what happened? It was completely correct. I don't know how that was possible. But you know what Kendra said? Nah, I don't want to erase all of my old work. I'm going to keep it that way. But the thing is, the teacher would grade group tests this way.
Oh God, that
sucks. We would have a group test, and then she would just fling through the groups and then flip through it and choose one of them. So if she chose hers, it would be one question off that we all got correct. That is so awful. And basically, she had a mental breakdown because we told her that she needed to go change it. And I can't just say a mental breakdown for other things, but because she didn't want to admit that her answer to the question was wrong.
Yeah, like not only. Yeah, I mean, even if you do, well, I don't know if I should say that, but like, help is never a bad thing. Like, you know, even if you do hate to admit that you're wrong.
Then I usually ask other people that will certify if the answer is correct, right?
Yeah.
But this girl, she wouldn't. The only thing I didn't like about her is she wouldn't acknowledge her mistakes.
Oh yeah, no, and even if you hate to admit that you're wrong, but like you just are obviously wrong, you just need help, man. You just need to actually accept help because I don't know, it's a difficult it can be difficult for some people, especially because I don't know if they have something else going on in their life. It's like same with Ridgely. I don't know if she was really like 100% mentally stable, but I mean, look, I'm not trying to judge anything here, but it's always good to accept help. It's never a bad thing, and it's always good to see another person's point of view. So this advice from your boy. I see. Well, Carter, are you still there? Shoot, monkey. You still there, Carter? Hmm. Yeah, epic. Um, I gotta get my game headset ready. If this is gonna be the case, I might in fact have to do this, folks. Hello. Can you hear me, Carter? Carter. Shoot. Okay. We have Cat down there. We have Carter who just left. Damn shame. Um. Hmm. Sorry for the one or two viewers who are watching, but we seem to have technical difficulties, so that's epic. But yeah. Hold on a sec. Bear with me here. Can you hear me? Yeah. No, it wasn't. I literally lost connection with you, or maybe I just decided to open editing software that was just like, hey, actually, your audio is going to switch. So on my live stream, I have a really awkward rant about how having help is never bad, and well, yeah, no, I think it's because I tried to open my editing software because I just wanted to see if I could find it again, and I did. Of course. No, I didn't. I didn't know. But I think we have enough content. Unless you want to tell the junior lifeguards one.
Chronological order.
Well, yeah, of course.
Okay, so with David Crockett, he was a religious kid, nice and Christian,
Yeah.
like any good person should be. No, just
Christian boy.
he was terrible. He was the kind of Christian that would basically say that if your views opposed his, then it went against, and I quote, God's views.
Ah,
And
yes.
when he said that every single time, it would aggravate me so much. Not because of that, it's because he legit would just yell at people for being like, man, I don't really believe in evolution. And I'm like, yeah, but we're doing this as a group project, right? There's 3 people, and you're supposed to do a third of the project. But no, he decided to say, no, I don't want to do this third of the project. No, because I don't believe in evolution. And we asked the teacher, Mr. Adams, if he would change the groups, but to my dismay, he just wouldn't.
God, that sucks. That is unfortunate. That is mighty
Yeah.
unfortunate.
And a story that I can tell that is one of my favorite stories to tell about Mr. Jaden Crockett is long ago in a land not so far away, he was part of my math class.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible guy. So my friend Sabrina and Kendra Isbell,
Yeah.
they apparently went to a pride parade or something, and they were talking about it. The only thing that pissed me off about it was that as soon as he heard that, legit just talked to them about how being gay was a sin for a solid like 20 minutes, and being like, no, that is not good. That does not align with my views.
That is not
you have
okay.
an opposing opinion than me?
That's gonna be a yikes for me.
Yeah, but
Very much
basically,
so.
his opinion was like, I don't understand that. Then he felt to go berate them for 10 minutes, and then he went on a rant about how it was wrong and a sin. And afterwards, he confirmed his masculinity by yelling, I am not gay, in such a way that it echoed throughout the halls, going and piercing my ears, and piercing everyone's ears. Even kindergartners didn't know what it meant, but they heard it. Because I remember going downstairs having for an extracurricular activity, and you know what the kid said? Like, yo, mommy, what does gay mean? And the mom just said happy, which made me laugh. But still.
Oh, no, that's not.
But basically, since it echoed up, and to further prove his masculine prowess and how much of a alpha male he was, he quote unquote said to Sabrina, the person he's been berating for minutes on it, for like around half an hour, he said, and I quote, tickle my pickle.
Yikes. What a fine Christian boy he is.
I understand about that. The teacher saw it on, they didn't do anything. Like, I can understand that it's a small charter school and that you don't want anyone to go leave, but I think there are some things that you just
Yeah, you should just go like, hey, it's time to stop.
That's not a good idea, alright? But that was the story of Jaden Crockett. Now, that leads up to the summer of 7th grade.
Do we really need to go through 7th grade? I think we have enough content, Carter.
About many moons ago in a land not so far away.
You know I have to cut like most of this out, right?
What?
Yeah. You wanted a 3-minute video with 10-second skits. It's been 38 minutes.
Jesus Christ, is that how long I've been ranting about stories?
Yes, I told you. We already went way over 3 minutes. Like, yeah, I was just waiting for the junior lifeguards one, and then I was gonna go like, all right, we're done here.
I'm gonna start it, man. It's like, nah, this is gonna go on a little bit longer. All right, so let me weave you a tale about Moonlight Beach. Not so long ago, in a land very far away called Moonlight Beach, Encinitas. Me and my friend decided to go to junior lifeguards as a way to kill time during the summer.
It was all the boys, right? It was like,
yeah, all the boys were there. So me and my friends, we were having a good time to junior lifeguards. Then it was around the last day when they would have a buffet for all to see. And everyone in part of junior lifeguards would either bring a drink or a piece of item of food. And then we decided to go have as the last day. We played a game of bunker ball. which is basically a game of dodgeball where you can build fortresses of sand.
It was
And
awesome.
me and
Super
my
fun
friend
game.
had the great idea of building a legit bunker beneath it by digging a hole down and making an L shape. So there was
I take credit for that.
that would also have an indent to the side. So after we finished building it, I had the fantastic idea because it was hot out that day. I had a fantastic idea of laying face down, face back, head first inside the hole. So I didn't hear it when they eventually called it.
And I literally told you not to do that. Like
they all told me not to do it, but I'm like, no, it'll be fine.
I was like, you'd get sand in your eyes, Carter.
It wasn't fine. So they thought it would be a great idea of just stepping on the hole, and it suddenly collapsed on me. It was a great experience. 10 out of 10. We'll never feel that kind of pain again. It was.
Hopefully not.
But hopefully not. Every breath, I could still breathe in there because the sand wasn't compacted that much, but I could feel the sand going throughout my body, and every breath I took, you could feel the sand going to your lungs and stomach.
Oh God, that just
coating like
morbid.
Inside of your mouth, and it was so dry. What I was lucky that I was 8 enough that my eyes were squinting all the time. So, and I also partially covered my face with my hands before the thing happened. But so my friend right here, Riley, say hello, Riley, tried to go
It's me again.
save me by pulling on my legs to pull me out of there. But in my panic state, I kicked him in the face with all my might.
But to be fair, I was laughing too hysterically to do anything.
Yeah, he was laughing hysterically too. And
just the ironic justice.
The lifeguards called out, and then they unburied me. But I remember what the first thing I said was after I came out of there. Yo, mate, did I miss all the good stuff in the buffet? And I did.
The potluck.
I didn't get the brownies. All I had left was watermelon.
Dude, we all told you could definitely skip to the front of the line, but you're like, nah, dude, I'm gonna chill back here with you guys.
Yeah, because I wanted to hang out with the bros. I'm
like, yeah, the boys. Which was respectable as heck, but not too smart.
Yeah, there are certain things that you just don't do. All right, man.
Yeah, I guess that's crossing the line there. But like, you did literally almost die. So I mean, yeah, if you wanted a potluck just sooner than a couple other people who didn't almost die, maybe you could have just been like.
I remember the guy said they literally made the entire word to me, but I was being stupid to everyone. I was like, man, I was so stupid. But then this guy like, brave Mr. Ward, and then they were like, what speech you have to give? I'm like, I didn't die. Yeah.
I just remember seeing you come back with like sand in your ears.
There's sand in my ears. There's sand everywhere. Okay. Remember how Dana made this song about it? You got sand in your ears. You got sand in your eyes. You got sand where the sun will never shine.
Dude, yeah. that must have been a traumatizing experience.
It was a great. You know what I really didn't like about it though? Is that there was sand in my nose as well, so I couldn't breathe out of my nose through the entire time.
Oh.
But apparently, after going to the ocean and swimming a little bit, it somehow cleared everything out.
It's making me want to breathe now.
Pain. I'll remember the pain forever.
I'll remember the daggers of sand in my lungs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that doesn't seem too bad.
To 8th grade, my final year of PLC, and boy, do I have no stories to tell. There was nothing interesting that happened that year.
Yeah, really. I mean, 8th grade's pretty cool. For me, 8th grade was pretty sweet.
It was pretty cool.
Like 7th grade's okay, but 8th grade's pretty awesome.
8th grade was when I had like a solid friend group of around 10 people.
Oh yeah,
wait, I do have a story to tell about 8th grade.
Okay, look, I'm just gonna stop you right there because we still need to edit after this.
Okay, just edit it, but I gotta go tell you the story about the PC trip. I don't care how many times I've told you this already, but
no, like I'm gonna cut it out anyways. We have over 40 minutes of content.
What we do? Jesus Christ, is that
45 actually? Well, I mean, I think 5 of those were probably just me sitting here waiting for it to start, but like, yeah, probably like 40.
There's like 40 minutes of just like me and personal stories.
Yeah, just you going ranting on them, you going, hey, I agree.
Yeah. Yeah, just cancel the live stream and then edit that. Man, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah, no, I got dragged into this, so you better never lose respect for me again.
Yeah.
Because this is something
Next time I legit.
that
next
only
time,
one of the boys would do.
I owe you a favor, man.
You
I owe you a
do.
favor.
You owe me one hell of a favor. Jesus. Why did I even agree to
Stop
do
the live
this?
stream and keep that recorded.
Why did I even agree to do this? I don't know. My
You can't
ego
go back
just
on
was
your
like,
word. All right, you know you can't go back on your word though.
I know. But like I didn't know my word was, gonna be at almost 2. Good lord.
Oh, Jesus Christ, almost 2? Yeah. Okay, so the second live stream started at around like 1:05.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so I think you should cancel the live stream right now.
Okay, and then we have to edit.
And then
All
we'll
right,
let you go
folks.
edit. I'll be there if you need.
This is the
if you
creation
wanna
of a
watch it.
masterpiece, part 2. Why are there 3 people viewing it? Someone actually viewing my live stream? Shout out to the person who viewed my live stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sick. Okay.
As soon as you say that, they left.
Oh. This has been the creation of a masterpiece.
With Carter Lee and Riley Riggs.
With Carter Lee and Riley Riggs, indeed. Bye for now. I will see you folks. We're gonna post the masterpiece, right?
Yeah, we're gonna post the masterpiece.
Okay, so we'll post the
There's only
masterpiece
2 episodes so far, but we're gonna add more.
and see how this
be
turns
sure
out.
that when you watch this, you aren't a weird, creepy old man.
Yeah. One person was watching it though, so like,
We know.
I'm not even kidding.
Just Connor or someone who's really bored. I don't know who that was.
someone was. Oh, they're back. Oh, please.
Yo, third.
Yo,
person.
shout out to third person who's viewing this live stream. I appreciate it so much. This is the creation of a masterpiece. We're creating probably one of the best cinematic films in history, and you're witnessing it without anybody else. So you can say that you single-handedly contributed to this.
You can say that you were part of here for some of the first videos of the biggest YouTubers within 20 years. All right, man. Within 20 years.
20 years. I mean, hopefully. I don't know.
Time, but
I have a cat too in a box.
if he sticks around that long, then.
But yeah.
You know what? If he has a thing there, then maybe he'll start a YouTube channel of his own.
Yeah, but if you want to see what we've been working on for like 47 minutes at 2 o'clock in the morning, just stay tuned, I guess. Well, not stay tuned because I'm going to stop the live stream, but just remember to just check my channel out later, and you can see what's up.
If anyone wants to call me out on it, then sure.
Yeah, I appreciate this dude. He seems very cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, bye for now.
Nice day, my man. Even though it's like 2.
I know. It was still day though. So have a nice day, and yeah, see what we did.
All right. That was long.